video on?
Hello, good evening, and welcome to our video discussion 8, LAX2018. We are from Group 9. My name is Nafis.
I am Fatima Rita.
My name is Siti Hawanor.
My name is Arif.
My name is Muhammad Fitri.
My name is Muhammad Salami.
And so we've come to video number 8, which is... Sorry, I got something like the wood.
Drink something.
Drink.
Which requires us to discuss about the themes and issues related to the book that we're reading, which is The Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. So, guys, there are a lot of themes. Shawshank Redemption, in retrospect, is about someone who was wrongfully imprisoned, wrongfully incarcerated in jail for a crime that he did not do. And I think there are a lot of themes that can be derived and issues that can be derived about, number one, society, number two, in relation to imprisonment or prison systems in the United States of America. So, let me ask you guys, what issues do you think are the most, has the most gravity towards you guys?
I think the issue, the most seen issue here is about justice. About justice, of course, when Andy got charged of a crime that he didn't do. So, it's all about justice. Back then, the law systems not really good enough. I can say that. That's why that kind of injustice can happen.
Arif, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm impressed of Andy's perseverance and patience, which actually pushed him to carve the concrete wall for over 19 years. Yeah, I kind of respect him for that, even though it's fictionless. It's fiction, right? Fiction. So I think that would actually
Yes?
the story actually shows hope, where they showed 19 years of imprisonment, and then suffering, and also friendship between Andy and Red. Says that the issue related to the jailhouse, where tension ranged from hopelessness and despair into hope and salvation. What do you think?
A very good issue, Arif. I agree with you.
I think Arif has covered everything.
Yeah, Arif summarized everything about the issues that happen in the social redemption book. And what I can narrow it about Arif said just now is about the jail environment. How that making a fall, going out.
Andy.
Oh, Andy, yes, sir. Thank you. Andy make a plan. Went out from the jail.
Yeah,
me-
but for me, I don't know, like, one of the main things I found it like, it's people who said, like, they are arrested in the jail, like, they are there, but without no reason, like, they are innocent.
I think the correct theme for that is incarceration and solitary confinement, where in the literal sense you are confined in a space where you cannot get out, and in a very how do I say this, mental sense, where in terms of mentality it really has an effect on you as an individual. Now that, I think, in retrospect, it actually presents a perspective of society, because prison systems were created for those who cannot conform, who cannot assimilate themselves in society, who cannot live up to society's norms. Hence, things that they cannot live up to, like, for example, killing, stealing.
Yeah, but when you think about it in a different way, why they are in the jail, why they are not, like, cannot adopt with the society system,
but
because there is a problem with the society system, which is why he killed his wife and why he, because half of his what they call it, the things that he owns, it's divided by him and his wife.
So, but in doesn't matter whatever society you live in a country there is the legislation, there is the judiciary system, there is the executive body, where it not only creates and drafts laws based on the majority of society, but maintains a form of control over what we do as individuals or as members of society. These laws are put in place to regulate the actions of others. And these laws are very, very concise and very precise and accurate, where especially in court rulings and investigations and even charging someone or to get arrest warrant is so high to the point where you need credible evidence. And credible evidence actually shows how guilty or how innocent the person is. So regardless of whether the issue is in moral sense, right? Even if your wife cheats on you, even if your husband cheats on you, even if your son steals from you, you still have to conform to what the laws are in whatever country that you live in. So if your wife steals from you and you kill her, or you rape her, or you beat the beep out of her. Language.
How about you?
You still have to, conform to whatever the laws are. And that's just one thing. It also shows how those who cannot live up to society's norms are not fit enough to be with others. That's why, prison systems exist. It has long been taught that even without prisons, even before the creation of the prison system, those who did wrong were isolated, exiled from different countries. If you looked at the age of man, like cavemen, those who, even Indians, those who did wrong in that particular community, the laws sometimes seek that they have to be exiled because they cannot live with society. So marginalization, isolation, but now there are more regulations, there are more rules, and prison serves as a form of rehabilitation.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are one of the issues that I found are really important to be addressed. What about you, Fikri?
Okay, I agree with you. But I think I have another issue, just no issue, but what we call team.
Team?
Yes.
Teamwork.
Just I see in this book show how we survive that in the end, survive first come in the jail and we get a friend. He made a friend, and I think this show how we can survive in another place, and we can make a friend, and we can communicate easily. How we can survive? I am sure. Yes.
How we can survive no matter where we are.
Yeah.
I feel that's true because in a prison, the only way for you to survive is either to make friends or kill off your enemies. That's the only way. And number one rule in prison: do not drop the soap. Hey, even if you drop the soap, do not bend down. You just another thing I think when you talk about survival, right? Surviving in prison, I think it also relates to how corrupt some prison systems are. Like Guantanamo Bay was closed down because the prison was not only corrupt, but it was enforcing a lot of or implementing a lot of methods which were against human rights. If you look at Abu Ghraib prison, it was a form of imprisonment where people who had links with terrorism were brought in and interrogated. So there have been a lot of issues in relation
But
to...
that one you cannot call it as a prison, to be honest.
Well,
yeah, that's that was an occupation in that country, and the Americans, they made that a prison. So like they arrested our people, you know. Like if you didn't obey to their law, they will arrested you. So it's more to like occupation.
Okay, so Abu Ghraib is not. So
Yeah, exactly.
Guantanamo Bay is.
Yeah.
And wardens like Warden Northup, Andy tried to launder money with Warden Northup for his freedom. If you watch, have you watched The Longest Yard? Yeah, Longest Yard. Also the same thing. The warden was corrupt to the point where, in order for you to reduce your sentence or to get parole, you have to do this. In the case of Longest Yard, you have to play football and lead the team. But it happens a lot in other cases. You give something, you get something back. So yeah, it goes to show that even in the prison system where you have to enforce control, there really isn't that much of a control because it all comes down to ethical morale of that person controlling it.
Yeah, but I got your point. Like you shouldn't give up about your dream. Like you shouldn't you persist about. You have to go out from here. You know, like there's no way to stay here. Like for Andy, like he don't know himself. He's not a person who can stay into forever.
He's a dentist.
He's a dentist.
Right?
Banker.
Sorry.
Banker.
Who's better?
Yeah. Andy.
Yeah.
I keep thinking he's a
So the
dentist because
positive
more
side
things
that
are
you can see
boring as well.
During the social redemption is Andy not, he keep courage to do the dream,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, when everybody found out about it, he wrote a letter, right?
Yes. Children everywhere. Correct.
Besides corruption, there's another negative aspect. It's related to Grant. Warden Norton, because what I can find out is he's a hypocrite, something to do with hypocrisy, where he actually lived by the Bible, right? He followed. He's so religious that he even hang a frame of a statement from the Bible, which is his judgment come and that right soon. But actually behind it is actually where he launders money. So he's actually a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So the issue and this book that show that during that time the corruption is very bad among them. You can see, you can read about inside the book that the corruption inside the prison is very, very broad. And how can you relate with this nowadays prison? How can? What the changes that you
I don't think corruption only takes place in prison, but also in the real world.
real world?
Hasn't improved.
But I think even Malaysian prison there, it's something else also, right?
Yeah, that's something else.
They didn't sign for the prison right until now. They never signed. Malaysia, Thailand, and some certain countries.
We do not ratify we've not ratified a number of UN treaties in regards to human rights.
So try to not enter.
But that's actually true. It's a natural issue.
So we can say here that the issue in this book mostly about courage, about justice, hope,
Corruption.
corruption, prison,
Disloyalty.
disloyalty, and so forth. So what we highlighted here are the most important themes. So with that, I think we can end up our discussion here.
Yes.
So,
Alright, so that's it from us. That concludes video discussion number 8. And yeah,
From grade 3.
now we move on to we'll discuss
oh,
it.
book 3.
We'll discuss
Wait,
it.
wait,
Okay.
wait.
I think the next book will probably be 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay.
It's about
It's a good
the
book.
apartheid, racism, kind of my thing. I like.
Everything is your thing.
Alright, this is us logging out. Group 9.